Hello, this is Lisa with LisaFerlin.com, and I'm here to talk to you about 4, maybe 5 reasons why indie authors should crowdfund their books. Now, I know what you're saying. You're probably thinking like, Lisa, I haven't even published my book yet. I'm not ready to think about crowdfunding. This is too much too soon. But I'm here to tell you that if you think about this and build it into your strategy, then you will serve yourself better on down the road by thinking about this now, because crowdfunding offers a very unique opportunity for you to self-fund your work. Actually, not self-funding, but the work you're doing will fund your book, and you create this sustainable plan for publishing your books. And I have experience on Kickstarter and Indiegogo, so that when I talk about crowdfunding, those are the platforms that I am talking about. Now, the concept of crowdfunding applies to all of the platforms, but I have found that Kickstarter and Indiegogo are best for indie publishers, and I don't recommend other publishing platforms, and we can talk about that another time. Anyway, so reason number 1 is that when you crowdfund your book, you're really establishing a proof of concept. If you can get enough people to buy your book or back your book before it even exists, you are basically proving to yourself and to your audience that this is something that is worth creating. If you just sort of put something out there and you're going to find yourself pushing it a lot of times. And a lot of indie authors, they say, I don't know how to market my book. And it's because they didn't actually engage with their audience before they published their book. And so they're having to like push their book out there. Crowdfunding works the other way, where you work with your audience and you let them know your idea, and then they back your book, and it actually like pulls it out of you, which is such a better way to do books. Believe me, it feels so much better, and it improves your confidence knowing that you are delivering something that your audience actually wants and is willing to pay for before it even exists. Which brings me to number 2, which is that in crowdfunding, you get to really engage with your audience, and you also get to expand your audience, because you will bring your audience to the platform, of course, but then you are going to encourage your audience to share your campaign with their friends and family and whoever else might be interested. So you get to expand your audience beyond what it currently is, which is really exciting and a great growth strategy when you're first starting out. Number 3, and this might scare you, but basically you're going to condense 3 to 6 months of marketing efforts into 30 days. And I know that's, if you know anything about marketing, you know that that's an insane proposition. But what it forces you to do is to be really clear on your marketing message and line up all of your marketing strategies before you launch, which forces you to be more organized and in control of your message, and for you to really be on the ball. So it forces you to have your marketing plan ready to go before you launch a campaign. And then after your campaign is over and you fulfilled your project and delivered what you said you were going to deliver, you get to work on your other projects. You don't have to worry about marketing constantly. Then you can just slip into passive marketing because your huge marketing campaign is done. Your Kickstarter or your Indiegogo campaign, it's over. You can sit back, relax, and just let your book sort of market itself on autopilot. Because you did a huge chunk of marketing already. So you're done for the rest of the year. Reason number 4 is your book is funded. You don't have to worry about the costs when it comes to creating your book or printing and shipping your book out to your readers. Your book is done. Your campaign successfully funded your book. And what a great way to do that. I mean, now, of course, you can't go into any campaign, any marketing strategy without a budget. You have to have a budget when it comes to advertising or sending people copies for reviews so they can market it. Marketing costs money. So let's just go into that. But your campaign, if you reach your goal and beyond, can cover all those costs and more. So that's really the best way, is to create this sort of self-sustaining plan for creating and marketing your books. What better way is there to do it? And then if you're brave enough, you can do it all over again with your next book, because you have built this community on this platform, either Kickstarter, Indiegogo, and you are successfully engaging with them and they're sharing your work. And it just sort of rolls right over into the next project and the next and the next and the next. And I will link to a serial Kickstarter who has done this successfully with his many projects. He's done tons of different projects, and he has built a community on Kickstarter who follow him and support him, and his projects routinely go up into the $80,000 to $100,000 range, which is like crazy to me, right? Like that's absolutely crazy that someone can consistently hit those milestones time after time again. So those are my reasons why indie authors should definitely look at crowdfunding as a way to do all these wonderful things I just talked about. If you're interested in learning more about crowdfunding, I am hosting a webinar next week that is all about crowdfunding do's and don'ts for indie authors. There's a link that you can register for, and I will see you there. All right, thanks everyone. Bye.